Hey y'all, now wouldn't you know that the day after my Temu haul, the last item for that purchase, well not purchase but PR, came the next day. It came on the 18th. And I said I'm gonna still wait to do the video so I can update you on the other stuff and show you what the one item was that was shipped separate. So I'm going to show you what shipped separate. I don't know if I'm going to try it. I kind of want to just so you can see it, but of course it came in, you know, the Temu bag. Everything comes in the Temu orange bag. And it came in this bag. These are nice bags. I will definitely be recycling these bags. There are links below. I emailed her for the links because previously she said after I received everything I would get all the links and the code for first time users and yada yada yada. And I hadn't, so I emailed her and she did apologize. I was like, oh, I apologize. Here's the links. So those links will be down below. And I did go back and add those links to the first video and to the YouTube short. No, and to the community post, because they have it where this is what you post for the short, this is what you post for the community post, this is what you post for videos, and so you just copy and paste it. I was going to say something. They did send me a link to join their affiliate program, but I'm reading over it because I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to say is it worth it, but is it worth it? Because sometimes what they ask for is just like, and I look at it in a way that when I buy stuff, I talk about it and review it anyway. So how would that be any different, except that would be stuff that's gifted to me from the brand, but still just to have that obligation. I'm just like I want to review because I want to, not because it's expected. But anyway, and I've probably said too much. So this was also in here. So they packaged it well. So you had the orange bag, and then it was inside this bag. Then it was inside this bubble wrap bag, and it's inside of this. And I did open it just to make sure that it wasn't broken, because it's an eyeshadow palette. It's a 9-pan palette. And if you've been on YouTube, you already know what this is supposed to be like. I mentioned in my first video for Temu that I didn't want to order a lot of makeup because my skin is sensitive. And I do want to try this, but I'm hesitant because if I have a bad reaction, I'm going to be upset. But then at least I'll know. And so if you don't know, it has Huda right here. This is supposed to be the Huda Jaguar palette. And it does say Wild Jaguar right here. And I did look up the Huda one, or Huda, I'm not sure. And this was different. So this has Huda, and then it has NOJI. And so it's definitely not the Huda brand. Oh, they have the batch number, the processing date, and they have an expiration date. This expires August 2025. And so even though it is supposed to dupe something, they let you know that it's not, and it's because of this added thing down here. Because I didn't see that on the Huda one. But oh, the plastic came out. The plastic covering. So this is what it looks like. And it looks exactly like that. They have palettes on there that looks like the Natasha Denona Retro. And I do believe somebody purchased that one. And they have one that looks like the Glam palette, which to me, I'm not all about the all cool tone palettes. But I looked at this, and even though this is kind of cool tone, I'm like, it may work. So I want to try it, but I'm kind of nervous. Because for me, and I've learned from drugstore stuff, because it's a different quality of ingredients, my skin has a lot of issues with a lot of drugstore stuff, and this is hella cheap. So I'm like I don't know. So I'm going to be thinking about that while we're doing a video, while I'm giving you a review on the other stuff from the first video. And also time-wise, if time-wise we're looking good, I may just slap a couple on just to see. So for right now, we're going to talk about the items that I received in the first one, and I have a sticky note here. The hoodie with the moon thing, and I accidentally ordered 2 of them. I wear an extra large top. I received them in extra large. They fit perfect. Perfect meaning it fits my body. And I do have pudge and I do have chunks. And, you know, if I got rid of 10 pounds, it would be a little more wiggle room in the front, but my body fills it out. I did wear it out. It was very comfortable. I love the hood. I did consider, okay, can I exchange it for a 2X? Because usually for hoodies and jackets, I do size up because I like them baggy because I'm wearing it over top of sweaters, shirts, whatever. But then I thought the body part will give me extra room, but then the hood will be super big. And I will put that, I think it shows up over here in the cards, in case you didn't see that video. Like the hood was just like, and I'm thinking if I get a 2X, the hood is going to be like out to here. And so I'm not sure about that. And also because I ordered, well not ordered, but received 2 of the extra large. And then I have a third one that's a 2X. I'm like, that's just 2 hoodies, or at least 1 to figure out where it's going to go. And I don't know a lot of people who are smaller than me. So it's not like I can be like, hey girl, you want this? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think about that. And I don't want to be wasteful and just exchange it. Like if they say keep the ones you have and then you can have this one too, I don't want to just have extra stuff. And so that's where my head is at. Like, do I want to go up a size and figure out what to do with one of those or not? But it was very comfortable. I did wash everything cold water, let everything air dry. They did not shrink. It's very comfortable. My only critique about that hoodie, and again, the link will be below, is the pockets are so friggin' small. When I put my hand in it, my hand only fit in it up to here. So the pocket is only this big. My phone doesn't fit in it. My keys don't fit in it. My wallet doesn't fit in it. The pocket is this big. That's it. That's my only complaint about the hoodie. I like that the sleeves are longer because I like my jackets and shirts in general for the sleeves to come longer than where my bone is. And it does come down to like here. And it's very comfortable. It is warm. And I loved it. And I wore it out over top of that black shirt that had the zipper. Listen, remember how I was like, this thing is huge and it was like out to here? It fit me perfect. I don't know how. I think it's just how it draped on my body. But because I'm thinking this thing is going to be too big. No. It was comfortable. It fit perfect. My only critique with that one, and it's because Troll is sensitive, the tag is on the side seam, like midway down my body. And so I could feel the tag like scratching on my skin, but that's a me issue. And it might be because I'm chunky. But other than that, I love the shirt. Again, the sleeves come down past my knuckles to here. Comfortable to wear. It fit me perfect. The only other thing, and it's because I'm chunky, okay? When I showed you each side at the bottom had a slit. And because I wore it under the hoodie, and the hoodie fits like to the top of the back of my jeans. I wore it with a pair of jeans. And I went to Aldi's. And so you bend down and then you stand up, you readjust your shirt, pull it down in the back, readjust the hoodie. But I could feel a cold draft on my side rolls because the shirt had pulled up because of the hoodie. And it's because of the slits in the shirt. But again, it might be because I'm chunky. And so I found that I had to keep readjusting the shirt so that my pudge wouldn't show. But again, it's because I'm chunky. If you're not chunky like me, for reference, I'm 5'7.5", and I weigh between 207 to 210 pounds. And that last 10 pounds, that last 7 to 8, I mean, no, how am I saying this? The last, between 200 and up, that's all in my gut. That's all my pudge. So from like 199 pounds, if I go up to 210, that's all in my gut. So if I didn't have that, the shirt would have stayed fine, and where the slits were, it would not have exposed my pudge. But it was very comfortable to wear. I was just shocked that it fit because the shoulders was like out to here. But when I put it on, it just, I really like that shirt. The other thing, the butterfly shirt, I did wear that for an entire day. I took it off before I did my makeup because sometimes like powder gets on my shirt, foundation goes on my shirt, I dropped something, and I did not want to mess it up. My only complaint with the butterfly shirt is you can see and feel that it's an iron-on. And so if you're wearing it out and you're sweaty, you might feel that iron-on from underneath the shirt, like on your skin. Like it doesn't feel like that soft cotton. That's my only complaint with that. However, other than that, just wearing it, and again, that shirt fit me perfect too. I wear an extra large typically, and I purchased an extra large, and it fit me really well. It was comfortable. It was a short sleeve. I really like that shirt, and it's really pretty, and I like the saying that's on it. The sticky notes I purchased, I thought these were separate. Because when you buy like the pop-up sticky notes or any other sticky notes, even if it looks like this, there will be a white one in the middle that separates each color. Excuse me, troll. And so I was surprised that this was all just one piece. And I have been using them. They stick very well. It's a sticky note. It sticks. I just stick it. When I do notes, I just stick them like on my desktop, or if I'm in the kitchen on the countertop. So I'm not like hanging them on the walls or mirrors or anything. So I can't speak to that. But as far as just typical use, like writing a note and just putting a sticky somewhere, these work really well, and they were very inexpensive. The other thing, where is it? Oh, here it is. The correction tape that I purchased, the one that I had one left of, I think it was Bic, but I'm not sure. And it did say whiteout. And these I purchased, it came in a 6-pack, and it says Odvin correction tape. And I've been using this as well, because I wanted to use stuff so I can give you my experiences with it. This works really well. It doesn't skip. I love that it has a cap on it. The other ones I have don't. So I like that it has a cap on it. So if you travel with it, you don't have to worry about damaging the tip of it or it accidentally rubbing somewhere. I don't find that I have to put significant pressure. The first time I used it, I did, but after that, it just flows. I have found, though, that when I use these, after I do the line, I may have to go back and press the edge down, like the initial edge, because it may just kind of like flip up just a teeny tiny bit, but the rest of the line just goes on straight and goes on smooth. And so I may have to do that and then just press the initial part. But these work extremely well, and I am glad that I got those. I didn't bring the photo box over here. Do I want to go get the photo box? Damn it. Yes, I do. This is the phone mount for the car. I put it together. I did use it. It was easy to put together. It was easy to set up. It was easy to put this, on the mirror. My only complaint was my phone in this part. You see how this is wiggling? And I do have it as tight as I could get it, and I don't want to strip it. Like, this is not tightening anymore. But I did notice sometimes the phone was wiggling. So it was kind of annoying, but it's still safer for me to look over here for directions than how before when I'm like tilting my head and looking down to see where my turn is. And so even still, with the slight irritation that this wiggles, it's still safer for me as a driver to just look here versus doing one of those numbers. So I do like this. I do wish it didn't wiggle, because that did annoy me. But that's just a me thing, and it doesn't go any tighter. So I am happy to have this, and I will be using this coming weekend because I'm going somewhere where I am not familiar. And the day I used this was coming home from Aldi's, because I already knew where I was going. And I said, I need to use this because I wanted to give you guys a review on it. I've only had it for a week or so, so I don't know how long it lasts. But it was very sturdy, except just that wiggle piece at the bottom. I am going to go get the photo box. So this is what it is. I put it together. It was easy to put together. I'm trying to figure out how to hold the thing for you. And these are the instructions. You plug it in on the sides because that's where the lights are. This is a strip of lights back here, and this one under here. And when I when I turned it on, I'm like, oh, the light didn't come on. And then I looked and it came on. I was blinded for like 30 seconds. These are all of the different backgrounds. And it does say, it comes with green, white, red, blue. These are different backgrounds. And it has these up here at the top, but I don't know like how they stick in here. And honestly, I don't know. I think you just sit it some kind of way. I have not used it yet, but again, it was easy to put together. You can take pictures from this angle, or you can take pictures from top down. And the lights are bright. I was just like, whoo, okay, don't blind me too much here. And I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Because you do put it together, it can come apart very easily. But the idea is you put it together and you just sit it somewhere. Like, you're not tossing it around. You're not, using it for kickball or anything. And yeah, if you're just looking for a little box to put something in to take pictures of, to maybe change up, you know, your background colors if you're selling stuff online and you want to have this like crisp, clean, you know, backdrop for your picture, then I do think this will be nice. I do believe Debutante said she's been using hers and she loves hers. I have not used mine yet, but again, the lights worked. It was easy to put together. Looking at it, it looks janky, and it's just the way it's put together, but that's how you put it together. So it is what it is, but it is nice to have just to take pictures. And when you take pictures and you put on places, people don't know what your setup is for the pictures. They just be like, oh, nice picture. You know what I mean? I did not use the brush set, and I think I might have told you I wasn't going to use a brush set. This is going to go somewhere. I have more than enough brushes. The last thing I'm going to show you, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to put any of these shadows on. We're at 16 minutes right now, so I think I might, depending on how extensive this part is for me, because we're going to talk about the Smart Abdomen EMS Muscle Toner. I did it for science. Science. I said I need to give them a review, and so I felt pressured to use it because I was intimidated by it. I do have a muscle stimulator that I use for my calves and my thighs because I do get muscle cramps and muscle spasms sometimes. And then sometimes also well, not sometimes, but quite often my lower back pain flares up. So I have used that one for that, but that's more of like a 10 unit thing where you just have the pad and you put it somewhere and then you use the remote to, you know, for it to do what it does, where this is like a whole system thing. And I was intimidated. And even looking at the picture, I said, this is on his lower abdomen. This is on his arm. That's on her stomach. That's on her arm. That's on her buttock. This is on his calf. And I'm looking at this like, how does this do all of that? Like where? But it made sense once I opened it. And this is going to get graphic. Okay. So it does come on top of a plastic piece because each of these has an adhesive strip on it. And this one in particular, I don't know if I tried to remove it different or whatever, but the adhesive strip came up and I had to replace it and it was very sticky. So I don't know how long the adhesive strips are good for, because if this one is already coming off when I'm, you know, trying to peel this entire thing off of my body, it's just like, okay, how long is that going to stay? But it did really stick. And so this was the one that I had to put it back on there because it came off, and that's why it's not flat like the other ones are flat. So that would be the first thing, is that it is very sticky to the point where it might get stuck on your body, or if it gets stuck on your finger and you move your finger, it may lift the entire pad off. And looking at the instructions, it's saying, okay, you place the host here. And I'm like, well, what's the host? This thing is the host, but they don't say that. And on the instructions, like most things you buy, it'll say, this is this, number 2 is this, number 3 is this. It didn't have that. It just showed all the pieces. And then it talked about the pieces because it does have an information thing in how you can use it, but it didn't label on the paper what's what. So I figured out that this was the host, and where these are, that's where this plugs into. And so that was easy enough. So it only took me a few minutes to figure it out, and maybe because of the other actual 10 unit thing, and it snaps in, and as you saw, it didn't come off. So I just left it on there. And I did not try these two. These are 2 other ones, and I didn't even open them. But the same concept, you stick it somewhere. I still don't know how she had it on her butt cheek or how he had it on his calf, because the way it adheres, it does just lay flat. And so I'm like, I don't know how she did that. And it does have 2 other hosts. And so for this one, where you have these 2, you would put this in here. And the same for the other one. And it does come with a charger. So what I'm going to show you, I I was traumatized, y'all. I have not tried this since because I'm just like, But I'm going to move my stool and I'm going to show you what had happened was. So my issue with this is, I'm going to get graphic. Okay, I'm going to show you my pudge. I'm going to show you my chunk so that you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm kind of embarrassed. All right, so let's just do it. This is my pudge. If I'm not holding anything in, this is my pudge. This is me not holding in anything. And so you see my pants, it's overlapping my pants. You see this. And so this is what I was talking about with the shirt. You know, it was the strip in the shirt was showing my pudge. So I had to keep readjusting it because I had the hoodie on, which kept lifting the shirt. But not holding anything in, this is my pudge. And this is what I was saying is like from 200 to 210 pounds, it's all right here and right here. So if I hold it in, I got like a 2-pack. But if I don't, I mean, you can see the line, but no. So not holding it in before, hold it in after. So my issue with this was the way this looks is like it would go, I guess, like right under my bra strap. But then it cuts off right on top of my belly button. And so when I put it on, and my belly button is right here. And so my thought was, you know, I'm looking at the picture and I'm thinking, isn't this supposed to go like over your abdomen? But then it was like down here and my pudge was puffing up this here. And so I just put it where I thought it would be because I know it's not supposed to be all the way up here, right? And again, my belly button is like right here. So I put it on and it did adhere. It was flat and I'm not going to push the button. I pushed it to turn it on. It starts on mode 1, which is the least intense. And I was like, and I almost like ripped it off. And I'm like, okay, wait, just deep breath. I'm not going to die. And so I pushed the button, turned it off. And I'm just like, whoa, because it felt like something was jabbing me. It felt like a needle prick. Prick, 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 prick in the same spot. And I thought that the idea of this was that it would radiate outward. I thought wherever this is, it'll radiate outward to your other muscles. But it just, where this was placed, it felt like just a needle prick. Prick, 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 prick. And I couldn't take it. So then I thought, okay, let me just reposition it where it's not directly, because it was like right here above my belly button. And it says not to use during your menstrual cycle either, which I'm at that place, but it was uncomfortable. So I repositioned it and I actually put it up higher so it wouldn't be over my belly button because I thought maybe this area is just too sensitive. And so I put it up higher, but then it's like, okay, now it's under, under my, bra strap. My belly button is down here, but still the same feeling. It felt like a needle prick and it wasn't radiating out. When I use my TENS unit for my lower back or my calves or my thighs, you can feel it pulsate and you can feel it radiate outward. And so I don't know what all of this does unless it's just to make sure this sticks. But if that's the case, you can just use the little one. You know what I mean? Like this for me served no purpose because the feeling did not radiate out. I left it on as long as I could, which was about 90 seconds. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I can't do this because it was just so uncomfortable. It was painful to me. So my idea was to try these and maybe just put, one over here maybe, but then again, it's like, where is it going to go? But if it's only going to pulsate where this is, why do you need all of this? Just give me one little adhesive thing and put it there. So for me, this is just way too long. So my idea is just to put one here and to put one here to stimulate this right here. But it's so long and you only feel it in that one spot, which would be here. And then being traumatized from how it felt when I used it, I have not used it since then. And so I really don't know if I am. I do want to, but I'm traumatized because that was painful. It felt like I've never had a tattoo, and maybe that's what it feels like, because it was just a constant prick, 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 prick. And it wasn't that fast, but it was like prick, 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 prick. And I was just, I could, 90 seconds, I'm like, I'm done. I cannot. It was painful. It was painful. And, oh shoot, I moved my primer in there. I am going to do something with this eyeshadow palette before. So I don't know if I'm just a wuss. Let me grab my eye primer. I don't know if I'm just a wuss or what, but it was painful. It was painful. And because I know what a regular TENS unit feels like, and this doesn't say it's a TENS unit, it says it's an ab stimulator, something or other. It was just too intense for me. And I was on mode 1. And maybe that's what it's supposed to feel like. If any of you have this item, let me know. Is that supposed to be what it feels like? Because maybe I just don't know. You know what I mean? And that is a possibility. But I could not take it. I do want to try it again, but it was painful. It was painful for me. And I don't want to hurt myself. I mean, I'm in pain every day as it is, unintentionally, because of my disability. So why do something if I know it's going to cause me more pain? You know what I'm saying? I would say I'm glad for the experience and to be able to share with you what it felt like. But that thing, we're going to go, we're going to go in with this shade here. And I don't know, it's not picking up well on the brush. I'm not tapping off. I'm really hoping I don't have a bad reaction. I'm going to just do something really quick just so you can see what the colors look like. And also for me to see if I have a reaction to it. This is not picking up. And I am having to wiggle the brush in it. And you see that shine? This is hard pan already. Oh, I almost poked myself in the eye. This is not good. Unless it's just a creamy shadow. And I moved all my other stuff, so because I was going to say I'll try it with a sponge tip applicator, but even with shadows I use for sponge tips, it's not because it's hard pan already. You know what I mean? This is my first time using this. I don't know. I have seen some Temu reviews where they were using the eyeshadow palettes and they liked it. The colors to me didn't seem saturated. But then it may be the colors that they chose because they were like pinks or something. We're going to flip the brush over and we're going to go into this shade down here. They don't have shade names. And, yo, this is getting hard pan already too. I do not have any of the Huda Beauty palettes. I had one of the larger ones. I don't know if it came in a subscription box or if I purchased it as an add-on. I don't know where it came from. I think it was just part of the box. And I liked the formula, but the color story was not my color story, and so I didn't keep it. And I have heard that the larger pan, the larger Huda Beauty palettes are better quality than her 9 pans. And not that this is one of hers, but that's what it's duping. So I don't know. And I don't even know if that's relevant, because just because the 9-pan Huda ones are not as good quality as the larger ones doesn't mean that this would not be good quality too. Does that make sense? I mean, this is cute, but for it to be hard pan already, I'm just like, Prices are also down below. When she sent me the links, she sent it with the prices. And so I don't remember how much this costs, but I want to just say a couple dollars. And so if you're looking for inexpensive makeup, you know, go for it. I'm not feeling any type of reaction, which is awesome. This is hard pan. You see that shine right there? That's hard pan. And this down here, that shine right, that's hard pan. That's disappointing. I mean, well, for what it is, you know. I'm going to take another dense brush because we're going to go into this shade here. And I don't know what the textures are supposed to be, if they're supposed to be glitter or whatever. But glitter, this one is not wanting to pick up either. Now look at this one. You see how that's where I was swiping the brush. These are hard pan. and it's chunking up. I don't know, y'all. It's chunking up and flaking out. And I moved my stuff for the haul video I did before this video. And so my sponge tips are not right here with me. I just felt the flake on my face. I would say no to this. However, if you're okay with working for a look and you're okay with working to get the shadow on your brush and then on your lid, then I say yeah, because I am liking the look so far. The colors are showing up, so it's not the worst thing I've ever tried. I'm just blending this together, so it's not the worst ever, and the blend is nice. I'm liking how that's looking. And so it depends on what you want. You know what I'm gonna say? If you're not sure what your aesthetic is, if you just want to try different colors, then yeah, shop the Temu makeup stuff. And once you find what you like, then get more expensive, better quality stuff. That's what I'll say. I'm not going to say start off with Natasha Denona, because you might not like, her formula, which I love her creamy mattes and her creamy powder formula. Some people don't. So I'm not going to say start off top tier luxury. If you just want to play around with colors, then yeah, shop the Temu makeup. And again, this is the only makeup item that I chose, so this is my only reference point. So take that with a grain of salt. We're going to go into this one. Which one did I say? Because I'm holding it upside down. So we're going to go into this one, and we're going to use that. Now this showed up nice, like right away. And as I said, I don't have the 9-pan Huda one, the Jaguar one, to compare it to. And so I don't know. I like the matte. This matte is nice. A little too cool tone for me, but I think it's working with this look. The reason I didn't get the Huda 9-pan ones from like Sephora or the Huda website is because the reviews were always so mixed, and I'm like, I don't want to just be chancing stuff. And so if I keep hearing more negative than positive, and negative for different reasons, not like, oh, the shimmers suck from everybody, but just hearing, oh, the mattes aren't pigmented, the shimmers aren't shimming, blah, 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 then I'm just like, why would I try that? And I didn't want to purchase stuff from Sephora just to not like it and then return it, you know what I mean? So I was like, I try to be intentional with my purchases. This I'm kind of liking. We're going to take, this brush, and we're going to go into the deeper one. And we're going to put that more so. That showed up nice. You see that? So the mattes in here seem to be nice. And I'm wondering if the Huda ones are nice too. But then because they're not the same brand, I like that. Yeah, I don't have the other one to compare. And I'm not going to get the other one just to compare. You know what I might do? I might message Grace and see if she has the Huda Jaguar one. And if so, I'll send this to her and she can compare. Because she does a lot of dupe videos and comparison videos. And I'm like, girl, I can't keep up with you. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask her if she has the Jaguar one. And if so, I'll send her this one. I tell her all the time, I'm like, I'm living vicariously through you because she be shopping. I do like this though. So we're going to put that brush down. And we're going to, what do I want to do? We're going to take this brush and we're going to go into this shade here. And we're going to put this right here. That is a non-shade on me, and that is okay since that's brow bone. So this is brow bone shade, no brow bone shade. So it gives a little something, something, but not really. And that's fine with me. And we're also going to take that. That looks dusty right here. That was not a good move. Yeah, that is so weird how up here, well, that kind of looks dusty too. What am I doing? All right, let me go back. The brush we used for this, not adding anything on it. No, we're going to take the brush that had this on it, and we're just going to do this because that's looking dusty now. And we're just going to go back and forth over that shade. Lower lash line. Let me take another one of these brushes. Where are those brushes? This one. We're going to take... I wanted to say that I used this black, but I didn't. But I think I'm going to put some of that there. We're going to take... What did we not use? We did not use this one or this one. We're going to take this one just to see. This is not one to pick up. These shimmers in here suck. And I am like... These shimmers are hard pan. Do not want to pick up. So we're going to put that under here, which it ain't going to go. Is it showing up? I think it's showing up a little bit. All the pressure I put on the brush. I'm like really like pressing the brush and swirling. I'm not even tapping off. If this gets in my eye, this is not going to be good. But this is my review for this palette. First, well, no, let me take that back. This is my first impressions of this palette, is that the shimmers suck. The mattes were nice. They showed up nice, easy to apply, easy to blend. But even the lid shades, like once it's on there, this is hard pan, and these shadows are soft. You can see where I was digging in it. You know what? I'm glad I only got one. And I was at a point where it was like, okay, I just need, X amount of dollars to meet my maximum here. And I did want to try a makeup item because this is a skincare channel. But, we're going to dip into this black, same brush. Going to dip straight in. And we're going to put that right here. Yeah, the mattes in here are really nice. And for the few dollars that this costs, if you just wanted it for the 4 mattes, go for it. And if you don't mind working to get the shimmers on the lid, because I had to work for it. But I do think it's a nice look. I really do. I just have other stuff I can do quicker and easier, and it looks just as nice. I like this. And this black you can also use for upper lash line, but we're not going to do that. We're about to end this video. We're at almost 40 minutes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for indulging, seeing my chunks and my pudge. And we're going to take a little bit more on this brush, and we're just going to, I was going to do an outer V, but this black in here shows, oh my gosh. I was going to do an outer V, but it kind of got away from me. Damn. That, what brush did I use for that corner shade? I don't know, but we're going to take this brush. We're going to dig into here again. Yeah, these are not enjoyable to use. And we're just going to overlap that, because that black was, surprised me. And it shouldn't have, because I was just saying how the mattes in here do show up, but that is a good black. All right, we're going to leave this like this. No liner, no mascara. We're going to call it quits. So that is this. I thought I saw shimmers on my face. I do. It'd be nice if I held it in frame, right? So this is this palette. It's supposed to be the Huda Beauty Jaguar dupe palette. The shimmers, all of them are hard pan. All the ones I used are hard pan. The only one I didn't use was this one, but these 4 are hard pan already. The 4 mattes performed very well. This one I did not use. So again, if you just want to experiment with color combinations, then yeah, go with something like this, couple dollars, just to play around, see what you like, see what you don't like, and then graduate on to other stuff. This is experiment playtime stuff for me, but keep in mind, my eyes are burning. Keep in mind, I wear Pat McGrath. Keep in mind, I wear Nomad. Keep in mind, I wear Natasha Denona. Keep in mind, I wear Lethal Cosmetics, MAC Cosmetics. So keep that in mind. So it's relative is what I'm saying, and it's subjective. That's my point of view with this palette. I don't like to have to work hard to pick up shades, and I don't like having to work hard to get the look, but I do really like this look, and this is a look that I would do, but I have other stuff that I can do this with. And that was the thing too, with not wanting to get a lot of makeup, because I have what I like, I have what I know works. And so this was an experiment. I'm glad that I did try it. I really do like the look, seriously. Just these shimmers, whatever they're supposed to be, hard pan. This is my first time using it. That should not have happened. And so that is it for this video. All the links will be down below. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're planning on trying anything that I've showed you, or if you're purchasing anything, excuse me, from the links down below of what I showed you, my eyes are burning. Damn it. See, that's why. Yeah, if you tried that ab thing, let me know if it works for you. I do want to try it on the sides with just the 2 strips, but it was painful. I'm really going to go. Thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me soon.